Oh, good. How's it going, folks? Of course, I'm Carter Dotson here with Android Rundown here with our a little bit of an OUYA stream today. Today, what game came out? Soul Fjord by Kim Swift.
Awesome.
And
How's it going, folks?
I believe what's the name of the studio? You'll see it. Airtight Games. Airtight Games are the ones that did it. Yeah, Airtight has made a few games, like Quantum Conundrum, an iOS game last year. Airtight Games. Yeah, this is their OUYA exclusive. That is. It's a, I guess a roguelike beat 'em up is a good way to describe it. An iOS game last year. So yeah, let's jump in here. Yeah, this is as you can see, I've got a
Groovheim's
decent selection of weapons already.
Battle, but those were nothing compared to what Magnus had in store.
Yeah, and that meter, as you'll see below, is the meter that it regulates the combat. I guess is the best way to describe it. You have to time your attacks to those button presses, and by doing so, you do a lot more damage to the enemy. This dude, you saw it. You have to time your attacks to the button presses, and by doing so, you do a lot more damage. Kind of looking through the equipment here. As you'll see, I have some items already, and what you can do is, the game's free to play, and what you can do is there's the ability to soul bind items, and by soul binding, what happens is you get to keep it. You keep that item between plays if you have it equipped. Thus, by soul binding an item, you can start off with stronger equipment. And also the shopkeep will sell new items and consumables as well. And you start off, at least in the build I have, you start off with about, I believe, 10 records, and then the records are used to soul bind stuff, and you can buy the coin doubler, which is 20 records with that. And right now at launch, it's $1.99 to get 10 additional records, so you can get the coin doubler for pretty cheap. And here, the doors are a little weird to get through, which is kind of annoying just because of the fact that it's not good to have to struggle to get through doors. My controller's acting up a little bit here. Let's see. Turn off controller. I'm gonna turn this thing back on. Hopefully, this gets it working. Maybe not. Work. Oh. Here we go. We're back. Back going full speed here. Now those you'll see that some of those icons are they have the highlighted circle around them. And what those do is that when you tap Y on the OUYA controller, which is actually Y on like an Xbox controller, because the OUYA controller, if you haven't gotten a chance to use it yet, is very weird. It's weird because the O button is the bottom button, where A would be like on an Xbox controller, and A is where B would be on an Xbox controller. But Y is the same. And then the X button on an Xbox controller is E. So yeah, you tap Y on the OUYA controller when those, like right there, and that does a critical attack. And I believe the more powerful weapons have higher critical chances. So, you know, that's one reason to get them. And you can also time the blocks, as you'll see here. When you time the blocks, the beat that can stun enemies, and you can also dash across like that. This is a dead end room, it looks like. I'm not doing a good job at handling the spikes. I'm doing a good job at staying alive. There we go. Now it's worth doing the combos, because the combos will do a lot more damage than just mashing buttons will. But of course, then you have to worry about, you know, timing it. You know, early on the game's, I won't say easy once you get the good items. You know, if you soul bind them, you can actually earn those records, the hard currency in the game, by picking them up this in game. You can actually find them. Probably won't get anything good for a little bit of time. Buy one of those health items just so I have some. One thing about the combat is, you know, right now I'm playing through a capture card. I can't really actually hear my audio, but the game isn't really so much sound-based as much as it's just rhythm, just tapping to the rhythm of the buttons below. Now each weapon as well has their own combo, so if you get a different weapon, you might have different button inputs to put in for your combo attacks. And that's always a challenge of changing weapons, is because you have to worry about, you know, okay, I've been used to this one combo, and now I have to switch to another. And these will frequently drop items. And yeah, it's always worth doing the combos if you can. Definitely, if you play this game, it's free to play. You know, it comes with a. You know, you can just download it. You know, it's free to play in that it's actually free to play. It's not one of those OUYA games that's like, oh, it's a free trial to download and see what happens. No, this is actually free to play, in that you can actually play the full game for free theoretically. It's free to play in that it's actually free to play. It's not one of those OUYA games that's like, oh, it's a free trial to download. You know, and buy currency. Like I said, you can basically get the coin doubler at launch for like $1.99 when you buy the first pack of that currency, and that's definitely worth it to get double the gold. Just so that way you can buy more of the consumable items, and you know, if you see an item that tickles your fancy, you can get that a lot easier. So you know, I mean, $1.99 to get in. I wrote a review on Android Rundown earlier today, and wasn't I'm not a huge fan of it. You know, the combat, the rhythm is a little hard to get used to, and yeah, it could be a bit better, but you know, that's games for you. See how far I can get here. Like I said, and this is a you know, this is your,
Be a bit better, but you know that's
kind of roguelike type game.
it's game for you.
You know, once you die, you start off from level 1, but as I say, if you soul bind equipment to you, then you get to keep it. So, you know, if you get farther, hopefully I'll run into one of the chests here. I'll kind of show you how those work. But yeah, as you get good equipment, then you can use that to kind of be better over time. But that's kind of the element that regulates it, I guess.
So you know, if you get farther,
Okay, I don't think I've killed everyone here yet. Ah, skeletons. Let's see. So the skeletons are a very annoying enemy because you have to destroy their pile of bones before you can consider them dead, which is a bit aggravating. Because you think, okay, I've got all these other men to take care of. Why aren't the doors open? Oh wait, no, there's a skeleton still here.
the skeletons are very
Another great thing about doing combos is the AOE effect. Help take care of enemies, though. It's kind of hard to time when you have a bunch of them coming after you. Also, one of the weird things about the procedural level layouts is that there's a lot of fake doors, like this guy. You'd think, okay, this would be a door. And then you look at the maps like, oh, no, that is definitely not a door. Not sure why.
the procedural level layouts is that there's a lot of fake. This guy. You think, okay, this would be a door.
Don't think I have any good items, but yeah, you see, there's definitely different like levels of items and rareness and commonality, and once you get your bunch of consumable items, then you can activate them from the menu. You can switch between them with the D-pad, but it's kind of hard to tell what is what. If you have no rhythm like me, I think this game might be a bit harder. This is the boss fight here. It looks like a rather door of consequence. No, it's not. Not yet. The whole game is kind of built around 70s funk and blaxploitation mixed with Norse mythology.
So the whole game is kind of
Yeah, the shopkeep is smart. Now he won't sell you anything till everyone's gone.
Norse mythology.
But he's a rather shifty looking character.
Shopkeep. He won't sell you anything till everyone's gone.
Let's see, what am I? I'll buy some of my favorite consumables. The thermos of protection here that I'm about to buy. Very good. Good for boss fights. Definitely the better healing items, worth stocking up on those while you can get them. Alright, this better be the door to the boss. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Fluffy Rider.
Alright, this better be the
Now, the one problem with boss fights is that when you're strong, they're kind of not much consequence. So, you know, I beat it, and that's pretty much it. Now this is the chest, and as you'll see here, you hit A and you choose to open it, have a chance at some funky loot. You say yes, and you get things like I got. You'll see it here, the loner, which is worth a lot, but not necessarily better than what I've got. 2.7 multiplier, 3% crit chance, but good for selling, and then if you want, you can always you can soulbind it if you see an item that you like. Which is worth a lot, but not necessarily better than what yes, you're heading up the Yggdrasil.
Good for selling.
The Tree of Life. That's if you want, you can. That's what it is. That's what I'm calling it. Easier to pronounce.
If you see an item that you like.
Long ago, travelers enjoyed great feasts and towering mugs of mead along the journey up Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil.
Now the only item on the menu was justice.
The Tree of Life.
Also some mead. Mostly
That's
justice.
That's what I'm calling it. Easier to pronounce. I need to take out. Guys, there we go. Beauty of leveling up is it heals you instantaneously. I need to play better defense. Might be my problem. I feel like I died very quickly. I need stronger healing items. Or so you can take out some of these giant turkeys more often. I hate these freaking birds. You can't kill them, they just kind of harass you while you're doing everything. I don't think you can take them out even with like combo attacks. There you go. Got the skeleton at least. I think that opened up the doors. Oh, what the heck? Let's see if I can get something cool. Ooh! Cloud 9. Ooh, that's better. Now, the nice thing about when you buy a weapon that is from a chest, it comes with it being soulbound already. So, it's really worth it to spend your money on those chests instead of, I guess, buying soulbinds for other weapons, because you're going to wind up saving some bucks down the road. But of course, with the chests, you don't know what you're gonna get. Like, I could buy this denim mail here, but then I have to spend 5 records on it anyway. If I wanted to keep it. But of course, with the chest, you don't know what you're going to do. There's another chest here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, a red shirt. That's gonna... not good. That's the risk. You may not always get what you want. And one of the cool things about, I guess, the records that I really like is that you always get value for them. There's not really a, I guess I'd say there's not really like a way to waste them, which is really nice. Just because, well, I mean, I guess you could waste them, but you always get something for them. Like when you spend your records, you're gonna get an item, you know. I would like a system for something like I guess reviving, but still, I mean, you can get an item that you can keep permanently. I mean, it's still a consumable currency. You know, you could You never... You always feel like you get something out of it. Those critical markers always throw me off, because you have to hit a different button than the two attack buttons to do them, and it's the Y button, which is kind of weird because it's at the top. What do I want to sacrifice here? Sacrifice the red shirt, see what happens. I sacrificed the red shirt, and I believe I got the red shirt back. I get denim mail, which I think I might have... Oh, nice! But that's the thing I'd have to, Oh, I might have to spend something on that. Ooh, I got a lot of money for it, I guess. Sacrifice a 10 to see what I get. Oh, I got nothing for sacrificing. That's the risk, I guess. That's rough. Still, I wasn't gonna need it anymore anyway. I've got a better weapon. You know, you play with fire, and that's what you're gonna get. You get burned. Not better. As you see, the Tree of Life has lava lamps. You know, it's a very 70s game. It's a very unique style. Well, I don't even know if it... You know what? It's not unique, because I've seen, like, other games try this sort of style. I've seen at least one unreleased game I can't really talk about. I don't even know if it's still coming out. That uses a very similar style. Pretty sure I've seen another game besides Soul Fjord that uses this kind of 70s funk meets Norse mythology. It seems to be the hip thing to do to mix the two. But I like to say, I know I've seen at least one other game that is in this style. Now, I don't know if this game is ever going to actually come out on Android proper. I think the thing that would stop it, it's a very it's a gamepad-based game. I mean, this is, I don't know how well this would work with touch control, especially with the button presses being what they are. I mean, I guess you could do it with virtual controls, it just wouldn't be that great. Like I said, I think this is more OUYA, because OUYA shelled over some money to get it exclusive on the OUYA, or is the idea, hey, let's get it on a console. You know, just because it's Android powered doesn't really mean anything other than matter of fact, hey, we're gonna release the game on OUYA. So of course OUYA is you know, in better shape. I have a lot of money in game. I need to spend it on something better. I might just have to, you know, I'm gonna have to buy like all the all the good items, all the consumables. Might as well, so I never really run out. Never run out. This way I can't die. Death is bad. I need to use that experience booster at some point. If I can equip that while I fight some enemies. Here, spider. You get some experience bonus for taking you out. Sucker! Ooh. Don't know if it was worth using all those items, but, you know, hey, YOLO. This is a roguelike. You do only live once. And buy more items. Because I have nothing better to do with my money. Yet. Thanks everyone for watching, by the way. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we'll be playing some other OUYA games here in a short bit. You know, because, hey, got this thing in plugged in, might as well play a few more. Right? OUYA. A lot better once I can find that first attack. After that, again, one of those weird doors that's just kind of there because door. All right, time to fight a giant squirrel.
I don't want to throw up. It's
Riffotosker. I don't think they actually said the name.
Riffotosker.
Oh, there we go. See, this is the nice thing, as you saw, I was able to pick up a few bonus records for killing the boss. Yeah, we're gonna soulbind that. We're gonna equip it. That way, I have it much better. I guess that's one of those times when you do want to soulbind stuff, is if the enemy drops something and it's rare, then, you know, I think that's worth dropping a few coins on. You challenge a troll to a dance-off and lose, you become a troll. Scientific fact. Good to know.
The giant was real. This was it. Magnus only hoped the doorman brought the right shoes for the big dance. That's a metaphor for fighting.
Yeah, so the story of the game is Magnus Jones wants to get into Valhalla because he's been kicked out, or something like that. He was kicked out unfairly. I think. You know, does this game really need a bold story? No. It's got Viking Norse mythology in it. Giant squirrel boss fight. You expect it to make sense. Too bad. Steel Warhammer. Wonder what the stats on the Steel Warhammer are. Disappointing. Disappointing. There we go. We need to get stronger. Not die. No! 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 I had so much good stuff. But I can't... I died. Yeah. Nope. That's the problem, is once you get to face a lot of enemies, then, yeah. Yeah, then it just becomes a pain. So yeah, that is Soul Fjord for you. It's, you know, it's available now. You can check it out on the OUYA